welcome back. Since late last year, Wish TV has collaborated with the City of Indianapolis and various youth agencies to produce a unique series of specials called Real Talk. The goal is to give young people in the community a forum where they can speak up about various issues that affect them. They pick the topics and ask the questions of their peers and experts in the field. The topic this month's upcoming special is financial literacy. As we've talked about many times here, those who know say personal financial health is important for entrepreneurs and small business owners seeking to access capital to get their businesses started. Here's a preview of the conversation.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. This Week in Business.
How would you define the term financial literacy, and what does it mean to be financially literate to you?
Means that you have some sort of a understanding when it comes to the financial aspects of life.
So do you feel growing up you were taught what it means to be financially literate?
Yes, mostly by my parents. But outside of my parents, I was not taught to be financially literate until I got to the high school that I'm currently going to.
Do you feel that class should be taught to all students? Should it be a requirement?
Yes, I think it should be a requirement because it's not a requirement now. It was seeing the results of it not being a requirement because almost 50% of Americans do not have a savings account, so they can't afford a $1,000 emergency. And almost 70% of Americans are actually living under financial distress because they don't know how to value and how to handle their financial situation or their financials when they receive money. So I feel like if they would have learned financial literacy in school, that would have helped it would help so much with their, I guess you could say, their knowledge when it comes to financials.
How important do you think it is to be educated, especially for our youth to be educated on financial wealth, knowing what they're doing with their finances?
I think it's really important just because we are gonna go to college and be adults soon, so I think it's the sooner we know the better. And I feel like if we learned about it in schools and whatnot, that'd be good, and just from peers. And I feel like our youth, especially me, I don't know too much about it, which I wish I did know more, but I think it's important.
Do you think social media plays a part in how does it have a positive or a negative impact on it?
And I think can be both, but I feel like it's more negative than positive because I feel like social media definitely romanticizes things that are just not realistic for a lot of people. They will show this product that they have, but it's okay, that's so much money, and they do all these things, and other people are influenced by that and they want to do it, but they can't afford that, which is okay, but it's just it's unrealistic. And I feel like if we tone that down a little bit, it'd be better. The term that money makes people happy, I think that's true temporarily. So if I were to get a new product at Sephora, I would be excited, but it's also okay, that was a temporary thing, and I just don't think that it's permanent. And if you stress too much about it, I think it can really have a bad toll on your mental health because you're stressing about your money, and you feel like you need to get all these things to fill a gap that's just not going to be filled with that. And I think for a lot of people, they just don't know that. So I think money can also just make them depressed eventually, but in the moment it's happy.
So the start in financing, especially within youth, is understanding the difference between culture and finance, right? Because that plays a role when it comes to finances. And your place as a culture, you have to understand that you have to work harder than your counterparts just because it's not as easy for us to access assets for value. One thing that I would say is having someone to give that guidance, having your youth exposed to the opportunities of learning finances, understanding the value of what a dollar is versus how much you can do with a dollar. It's important because that's the world we live in. Everything is based off finances. And so if we have a clear understanding as to what finances is versus how to make some money and pay bills or live a good normal life, then we can break cycles in regards to poverty. because poverty only occurs when a person doesn't have the resource. And so if we provide the understanding how to generate resource regardless of the time that we live in, then we can reduce poverty.
Well, I tell you, I think it's so critical right now that the youth start off with a good understanding about how money works. And the reason why is we live in a culture that really focuses on consumerism, and which is buy. And we need to talk about being completely debt-free and financially independent, right? And that starts at a young age. Depending on how you grow up, that can impact how you spend money. Right. So a lot of times when people grow up without resources, they're typically going to spend more. Right. If you grow up with illiteracy, which I did not grow up with that, I had to learn. And I learned from what I call the school of hard knocks. OK, where you mess it up and you hope you get some time to get it back. I talk to, individuals, young and old. OK, if you're not investing, you're stealing from your future self. Right. And so that older individual needs more money. So I believe if we start to work with them younger, teach them the basics of debt, basics of investing, savings, that they're going to be on a much better trajectory when they get to college. And then they go beyond that. I believe life will be a lot better off for them.
I would say that as a youth, it's important for you to understand your value. Understanding that you may not know where you want to be at in your future, but understanding that you have total control of what that outtake looks like. So being the investment for yourself, surrounding yourself around positive people that can lead you into that direction. Ask questions, search for it. Learn that money is just money, but creating wealth is more important than having a dollar.
Wish TV is partnered with Voices, the City of Indianapolis Office of Public Health and Safety, and the Holiday Collaborative Agency to create a groundbreaking approach to impact the youth and our community through Real Talk. How does financial literacy impact our lives? Make sure you tune in. This Week in Business is made possible by InnoPower.
Real Talk Financial Literacy airs Monday afternoon, 3:30 on Wish TV. If you'd like to see the rest of the specials, we'll have a link on our website. When we come back, Courtney Kincaid tackles the subject of succession plans. Find out if your company should have one. Later, we take you to the first women's workwear fashion show and meet the enterprising business owner who helps everyone find the right fit. That and much more ahead on Business Equity and Opportunity.
Well, today we're at the Indy Chambers Women in Business Conference. This year coincides with International Women's Day. The Central Indiana Women's Business Center and the Indy Chamber are the hosts. It's our 10th year. Yeah, so today we announced that Hirons has received our Woman-Owned Business certification from WeBank, which is the national certifying body. Being certified as a woman-owned business opens up great opportunities for us to work with companies that have a focus on supplier diversity and want to bring minority and woman-owned businesses to the table as part of their procurement process. So this is unusual for a 45-year-old agency to be certified as a woman-owned business, but it is fitting. I just became the first female CEO in our history. We've got a long-standing commitment to supplier diversity. We work with a lot of companies and our government clients who prioritize supplier diversity and working with different partners. So this made a lot of sense to us. So we find that getting diverse voices to the table helps an organization push further, faster, and tell their story more broadly as well. Being a woman-owned business makes a lot of sense in our industry. We're very heavily female and have been kind of since its inception. So it makes sense to us from an industry perspective. We've also had a lot of leadership in our firm in organizations that support women in business and people of color in business. So it's very important to us. March is an amazing month to celebrate women in history, and we tie women in business to that, of course. So we're at the Indy Chambers Women in Business Retreat today and tomorrow, and then tomorrow, our friends at the Madam Walker Legacy Center host their Motivate Her Luncheon, which is one of my favorite events of the year. We actually have amazing, powerful women come and dine on the stage at the Walker Theater, and I always think, my goodness, what would Madam Walker have thought seeing all those women celebrating her legacy and the future of women in Indianapolis there too. We always hope that women in business will either mentor or find a mentor, because having someone that faces the same challenges as you or has been through what you're dealing with at the moment can be so helpful. So many of us have a deep commitment to mentorship and are always happy to help.
This is a multicultural program, so it's a time for people from all different areas in life to come together and learn.
Giving people that opportunity with a different voice from different demographics is very inspirational to see.
And it's just been so amazing, so informative, lots of new information to be able to see how the news is created behind the scenes.
I have only imagined that I would be in a program like this, learning how to put different TV program levels together, but I don't have to imagine